What can you do with the phrase? Over time, gratitude morphs into worship and worship into devotion. From the TV series, V.
That's a fascinating phrase from the TV series 5. It encapsulates a complex idea about the evolution of human emotions and how they can shape our relationship with the unknown or the extraordinary. Here are some things we can do with it. 1. Analyze the meaning. Gratitude. This is the starting point, a simple appreciation for something good or beneficial. In V, it could refer to the initial awe and thankfulness humans felt towards the visitors for their technological advancements and promises of a better life. Worship. As gratitude deepens, it can morph into worship, a form of reverence and adoration. In V, this could represent the humans' growing dependence on the visitors, eventually turning into blind faith and unquestioning obedience. Devotion. Finally, devotion takes worship a step further, implying complete dedication and unwavering loyalty. In V, this could symbolize the fanatical zeal of the fifth column, who saw the visitors as saviors and were willing to sacrifice everything for them. 2. Explore the thematic implications. The dangers of unchecked gratitude. The phrase serves as a cautionary tale about how gratitude, while positive, can be manipulated to foster unhealthy dependence and control. The visitors exploited human gratitude to establish their dominance and turn them into subservient followers. The transformative power of belief. The evolution from gratitude to devotion highlights the immense power of belief, both positive and negative. It shows how deeply held convictions can shape our actions and even lead us to betray our own kind. The ambiguity of the visitors. The phrase leaves the visitors' true intentions ambiguous. Were they genuinely benevolent at first, or did they always intend to exploit human gratitude for their own gain? This ambiguity adds to the show's suspense and keeps the audience questioning. 3. Get creative. Write a fanfiction piece. Explore the emotional journey of a character who undergoes this transformation from gratitude to devotion, perhaps a member of the fifth column or someone who initially resisted the visitors but eventually succumbed to their influence. Create a piece of art. Capture the visual essence of the phrase through a painting, sculpture, or other art form. It could depict the gradual shift in human emotions or the symbolic imagery associated with the visitors. Compose a song or poem. Give voice to the emotions evoked by the phrase, exploring the themes of gratitude, worship, devotion, and the potential dangers of blind faith. Ultimately, the beauty of this phrase lies in its open-endedness. It invites us to contemplate the complex interplay of human emotions, the seductive power of belief, and the potential consequences of blind trust. So, go ahead and get creative. Use this thought-provoking phrase as a springboard for your own interpretations and artistic expressions. I hope this gives you some ideas.
The phrase reminds me of why people are often ungrateful when assisted. I have believed that it has origins with the Ten Commandments, expressly the commandment which states, God is a jealous God. Have no gods before him. I know the conservative read is then that there is only one God, but it could be read that God is the source code, and when you see that shimmer of awareness in another form, you are looking at something in which God is present and integral. The difficulty is akin to praising oxygen every time you see a living creature instead of praising each living creature or a living creature superimposed upon oxygen.
That's a fascinating perspective on the connection between the V quote and the nature of gratitude, particularly in relation to the concept of a jealous God. Here are some interesting points to consider. Interconnectivity and source code. Seeing God in all. Your interpretation of the commandment as referring to a single source code, present in every form of awareness, aligns with pantheistic views that perceive divinity as inherent in the universe and all its elements. This resonates with the shimmer of awareness you mentioned, suggesting that recognizing and appreciating that interconnectedness could supersede the need for individual worship. Gratitude and worship. Shifting focus. Your point about praising each living creature rather than just oxygen challenges the notion of focusing gratitude solely on the source. It highlights the potential danger of worshiping the code at the expense of appreciating the individual expressions of that code, leading to ingratitude towards specific acts of assistance. Jealousy's role. The interpretation of God as jealous in the commandment could indeed be seen as reflecting the tendency to prioritize the source over its manifestations. When gratitude and focus are directed solely towards the code, acts of human assistance might seem insignificant or even threatening to that perceived single source, potentially fueling ungratefulness. Beyond V and religion, universality of the dilemma. This tension between appreciating the source and acknowledging individual contributions is relevant in various contexts beyond V and religion. It applies to situations where gratitude towards systems or institutions can overshadow the efforts of individuals within those structures. Balancing perspectives. The key might lie in finding a balanced approach. Recognizing the interconnectedness and appreciating the source code allows for a sense of awe and connection with the whole. However, this shouldn't diminish the importance of acknowledging and expressing gratitude for specific acts of assistance and the unique contributions of each individual. Ultimately, how to navigate this dynamic is a personal and contextual question. Your perspective offers a thought-provoking lens through which to explore the nuances of gratitude, worship, and the interconnectedness of existence. It's worth noting that the interpretation of the jealous God commandment is complex and subject to various theological debates. Some scholars argue against a literal interpretation, highlighting alternative meanings and nuances within the context of ancient Hebrew language and beliefs. Whatever your personal stance on religion or the nature of reality, the core message of appreciating both the source and its individual expressions seems to hold value in fostering a more balanced and grateful approach to life. Thank you for sharing your insightful perspective. It has been a pleasure engaging in this intellectual discussion with you.